Friday to you. Welcome back to day 13 of the 21-day live hacks challenge. Yes, sir. Soul Truth Live Hacks Challenge. Happy Friday to you. Listen, if you just jumping in on day 13, welcome to the community, right? Go back, watch the other 12 days because every day builds on the next, right? We've been talking about identity. We've been talking about tending to that garden. We've been talking about decision making, baby. We've been hatching. I told you I was going to gift you my book and then we was going to hatch all month long, right? So today in day 13, we talking about knowing you. That's the theme. That's the theme. Knowing you. Watch this. Watch this. It's not becoming someone new, right? It's not becoming someone new. We're not changing DNA, right? Like I said, we're not changing DNA. We're changing forms. We're hatching. But remembering who you really are. It's not becoming someone new, but remembering who you really are. Think caterpillar, butterfly, right? At one point, the caterpillar remembers, what the hell am I crawling on my stomach for eating dirt? I got wings. I'm a butterfly. But he has to go through the cocoon. Look, I'm getting ahead of myself. Listen, remembering who you are, good people, that's what today's theme is about. I wrote this down to preference. You know, I always set it up. So listen, I want you to think about animals, right? As we go into the book, as we go into the teaching, right? Think about animals. Since we are a part of the animal kingdom, I wrote this down. Animals are effective because they know who they are, right? We're the only species that have an identity crisis, right? Watch this. The dog don't try to be the cat don't try to be the dog, the tiger don't try to be the snake don't try to be the cat. You get what I'm saying? They know their identity and they live in that identity. I wrote this down. They operate in clarity because they operate or live in identity in their being. They're not trying to be something that they're not. Listen, before we go further, I really want you to get this. This the soul truth I really want you to get. 8+ billion with a B, good people on this planet. And nobody, do I need to come close and tell you this? And I mean, nobody can beat you at being, not acting like you, not making money like you, not talking like you, right? But being you. I'm going to say that again. 8+ billion people on the planet, and nobody, I mean, nobody can beat you at being you. That's why you have to know you, right? You got to know you. That's the theme of the book today. Day 13. We talking about knowing you. I wrote this down. Knowing you is the biggest part of your success or failure. Okay, listen, let me say it like this. If all of your relationships are rocky and toxic, who's the common denominator? I wait on you to think about it. You. Listen, if every job you go to, you're making money, but you still have more money at the end of, but you still have more month at the end of your money, guess who the common denominator is that? You. So you get the picture. You are the biggest part of your success or of your failure. You, right? I wrote this down. Stop trying to be something that you're not, right? Learn your strengths, identify your weaknesses. So listen, today, day 13, man, this ain't about comparing yourself, good people. Day 13, listen, I always say this. Comparison robs you of the joy of being authentic. Oh, we let that sink in. Comparison. When you always trying to compare yourself to what this person doing, what this person saying, that robs you of the joy, of the pure joy of being yourself. Listen, your authenticity is the only thing you got going in this world. Why you trying to be something else? Man, this good stuff, good people. This good stuff. We hatching, baby. I told you I was gonna help you hatch all month long. Listen, I wrote this down. Today's not about comparison. Today is about self-awareness. You hear me talk about let awareness do the work. So now we've been talking about let awareness do the work with your thoughts, belief, your thinking, right? Now, self-awareness, right? Pay attention to your habits, right? Pay attention to your daily habits. Pay attention to you, how you think about money, right? How you talk about money. Pay attention to your word. Now today is about self-awareness, not just awareness, but awareness of oneself. How you move, how you think, your relationship, how you spend your money, how you make your money. Self-awareness. Do you know you? Listen, alignment. Today's about alignment. Aligning, right? Watch this. Aligning yourself to the function. See, listen, we all have the same design. Genesis 1:26. Listen, there go that book again. Dominion, fruitfulness, multiply. Same design, different function. You have to align with your function. Because the design, man, look, I'm getting ahead of myself. Listen, who are you? Knowing you, good people. Listen, before I get into the text, before I read the book, day 13, I want you to think about some of these. Listen, animals know who they are. I wrote this down, but I wonder what would happen if you start knowing who you are. I wonder how your life would change if you start living in your identity of who you are, right? Right? Listen, expose or lead with your strengths. You'll be surprised how many people, well, me being in personal development as long as I have, working on my self-conscious, all that stuff, you'd be surprised with how many people, man, they lead with their weaknesses. The first thing they want to tell you about what they can't do, what they don't have, instead of leading with their strengths, identifying their weaknesses and getting stronger at their weaknesses, right? Today is about leading with your strengths, identifying your strengths, right? While you work on your weaknesses. And weaknesses are not shame, they're just signals, just data points. Man, listen, you are fearfully, wonderfully made, right? That's the text that we backing this up with. I talked about that in day, I think 5 or 6. So go check out the other days. Like I said, if you just now joining, nobody can beat you at being you. I keep saying that at being you, not talking like you, not making money like you, but being, right? Practice being you today. That's what Dare to Be You is all about. Coming home to you, your authenticity. That's what soul truth is all about. Taking the muscle off your soul so we can speak. Letting your soul truth, expressing your soul. Man, look, man, Dare to Be You, baby. That's what we doing today. We hatch it. So listen, this is the soul truth I want you to take in before I read the text, right? Confusion comes from identity uncertainty. Confusion comes from identity uncertainty. Clarity comes from self-knowing. Self-knowing, right? I talked about that when your prefrontal cortex is on, right? Right? Your clarity expands. It's time to grow. It's time to create. Watch this. I'm going to say it like this because y'all know I love that book. I just studied that book for over 20 some years. A double-minded man is unstable in what? All his ways. Some of his ways, a little bit of his way. No, all his ways. Confusion comes from identity uncertainty. Who are you? Outside of all the titles, who are you? That's what we're getting into today. So listen, if you got your book, pull out your book, follow along. We about to get into it. I'm gonna tie it into the scripture that's attached to it, neuroscience. And we out of here. And today is our anniversary. So if you see this video, show me and wifey some love. 27th anniversary, baby. We got our 27th anniversary edition of the Married Life, episode 10. So go check that out. 3 things that sustained us, grew us, and evolved us. So go check that out. And then tell me happy anniversary at the bottom, right? Yes, sir. 27 years, baby. Okay, listen. Day 13, good people. Knowing you. We're about to get into it. Have you ever wondered why animals are so effective at what they do? A dog barks and chases cars. A cat purrs and a rabbit hops. You get the point. They do these very effectively because the dog never tries to be the cat and the cat never tries to be the dog. They know who they are. Okay? They know who they are. Do you wonder what would happen if you get to know who you are? Knowing you is the biggest part of your success. Don't try to be something you're not. Learn your strengths and weaknesses. Expose your strengths. Work on your weaknesses. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Nobody on the planet can beat you at being you. Practice being you today. Man, my eyes keep watering. Man, listen, listen, good people. Listen, practice at being you today. These are the points that I want to drive home to you. Animals know who they are. Knowing you is the biggest part of your success or failure, right? You are the common denominator. Practice being you today. You don't need a new personality. Hatching, transforming is not becoming something new. You're not changing DNA. You're changing forms, right? You need clarity, right? Double down on what you do know to be true about you while you're figuring out other things. This is what I tell my one-on-one community when I'm doing my one-on-one coaching sessions, right? You got to double down on what you do know to be true about you. Clarity while you're figuring out other things. Listen, you need honesty. You got to be truthful with yourself. You just got honesty. I wrote down here, tell yourself the truth about who you are. Break up with the lies. Tell yourself the truth. Strength is revealed, not forced. Listen, strength is revealed, right? Right? Revelation comes what? After what? Regulation. So your strength, if you really want to know how powerful you are, what you do well, you have to regulate. Because then, listen, it don't come by force, right? Weakness is not shame. It's information. You heard me say that earlier. Identity creates an abundant life. When you understand who you are, that's how you create your abundant life. Okay, I'm going to say it like this. I'm going to tie it into the scripture in neuroscience. So the scripture is Psalms 139:14. I talk about this more in detail on, I think, on day 8, day 7. One of those days, go, man, we on day 13 now, baby. But one of those days, just go get caught up on the rest of the day. But I just wanted to hit on this. Y'all know I studied Hebrew, Greek for over 20 years, hermeneutics, all that stuff. The Hebrew context of fearfully, you know what that word really means in the Hebrew? Intentional, deliberate. You know what wonderfully really means in the Hebrew? Distinct, set apart, uniquely formed. Uniquely formed. Not mass produced, uniquely formed. Watch this. So what is that text telling you in me? You wasn't an accident. Your design is not an accident, right? I wrote this down. You are purposely wired. Your wiring, your internal wiring is purposeful. It's intentional. Okay, let me say it like this. Sperm cells, right? When you doing what you do, how you do it, when you do it, you know what I'm saying? You shoot out sperm cells, right? Guys, shoot out sperm cells. 40 million plus sperm cells. Some studies say 1.2 billion. But for the sake of argument, we're going to say 40 million sperm cells. Shoot out. Boom. They racing. Guess how many get close to the egg? Around 200 that they discover. Guess how many make it to penetrate the egg? 1. Guess who that 1 is? You. So for you to walk around life with your head down, doubting yourself, in fear, no confidence about who you are, man, that's not who you are. That's conditioning, good people. That's conditioner. That's conditioning. Your prefrontal cortex is not on, right? And the part of your brain that I always talk about, the fear, the doubt, the subconscious, it's loud as hell, but that's conditioning. You survive 40 million sperm cells and then another 200 to be here. That is not an accident. But you got to strip yourself from the conditioning so you can get down to your soul and let your soul talk. Oh, man. Who are you, good people? Listen, you wasn't mass produced. You wasn't rushed. You wasn't copied. You were intentionally assembled. Matches your assignment or your design matches. Okay, so let's real quick. Function and design, right? Your design, like I said, is in Genesis, right? Take dominion. You're supposed to rule and govern your own life. That's the design of every human. Take dominion, be fruitful, multiply. So you're supposed to rule and govern your own life, your resources, your gifting, your relationship. You take dominion over you. Watch this. Fruitful. When something is fruitful, that's outward production, right? Outward production. If you will know a tree by what? By the fruit that it produced. If a tree is fruitful, you can see it, right? Because it's hanging. You can see the fruit. So fruitfulness is outward production, not just reproducing. Legacy, value. What are you adding to the world? What are you leaving behind? Legacy, value, fruitful, and then multiplication. That involves community, partnerships. You feel me? So when it tells you to take dominion, be fruitful, and multiply, that's what it's telling you. Good people, that is every man's design. But the function changes. My function, calling, my gifting is translation and communication, just two of them. My purpose, connection. The function changes per person, per individual, but the design is the same. Dominion, be fruitful, multiply. Man, y'all gotta get that. So for you to walk around with your head down, not having confidence in yourself, not believing in yourself, you were not designed to live like that. That's why you gotta know you. You are the biggest part of your success. I'm telling you what I know, and not what somebody told me, good people. So listen, tie this in the neuroscience, right? Your brain is so that scripture, Psalms 139:14, I'm fearfully, wonderfully made. This is what it's really saying in neuroscience, right? Your brain is wired uniquely. Your nervous system responds uniquely. Your perception, how you see yourself, shapes your life. Your perception, how you see yourself, shapes the effectiveness of your life, how you move in life. So listen, you regulate faster when you stop pretending. There can be no revelation without regulation. You regulate faster when you stop pretending. When I learned all of this and I really start leaning into my authentic self, man, my life took off, good people, because I stopped trying to perform to get claps, right? I just start leaning into me. The dog doesn't try to be the cat. The cat doesn't try to be the dog. They don't have an identity crisis. Humans have an identity crisis because of the conditioning. So we got to find our way back home. Look, that's a whole nother video. Who are you? Okay, so listen, good people. Now we finna go into the action plan. I'm finna let you go today, man. Happy Friday to you. So listen, action plan. Write down all of your strengths, identify your weakness, right? Now, from those two lists, choose today to focus on just one of your strengths and work on correcting one of your weaknesses or getting stronger at one of your weaknesses. Put it into action today. Practice daily on becoming the person God created you to be. So this is what I want you to take away, right? This is the practice, right? Write down all of your strengths. Number one, identify what you don't do well, your weaknesses. That's number two. Focus today on just one of your strengths. I know you got one. You can't tell me you don't got one. I know you do. You might have to sit there and think about it. Let awareness do the work. But write it down, think about it, and then just get stronger at one of your weaknesses. So lead with one of your strengths. Focus on one of your strengths. Okay, I do this well. Start leading with that, right? Start perfecting that even more, and then start strengthening what you're weak at. Just one thing. That's it, right? Remember, awareness precedes alignment. You have to be aware before you can change it. This is a practice, right? Not perfection, good people. It's a practice. It's a journey. We hatching. This is embodiment, right? Not theory. That's why I always tell y'all, I'm telling y'all what I know and not what somebody told me. This is identity work. This is soul work. This is coming back home to you. Dare to be you, baby. Letting your soul truth speak. Look, that's day 13, good people. That's day 13. Listen, don't rush past the questions, right? Sit with it. Let awareness do the work. No judgment. Whatever comes up, don't judge yourself. Don't be critical of yourself. This is not about fixing yourself because you're not broken. It's about hatching and forming new neural pathways in the brain so you can transform and really lean into your authenticity. Because in a world of 8+ billion people, nobody And I mean, nobody can beat you at being you, good people. That's day 13. Listen, join me tomorrow, day 14, 9 a.m. Central, baby. We hatching. We almost through the live challenge, baby. We only got about 8 more days left. We hatching. And listen, if you need to go deeper, your next step, click that link in my bio. Get that User to Loser 6-part audio series plus matching workbook. That's your next step. $47, good people. You waste that on something that's not even going to help you be yourself. So click that link. And if you need to go deeper after that, email me, flthelifecoach@gmail.com. That's FLTHA lifecoach at gmail.com to schedule your one-on-one Soul Truth Power session. I'll help you get into that operating system, uproot those self-sabotaging beliefs. We plant new ones and new mantras. Then I give you real tools to help you calm your nervous system down in real time, no matter what stage of life. So yeah, email me for that. And then the Hatch PDF will be in the pinned comments. Because like I said, I'm going to gift you my book Hatch. And we hatch it all month long, baby. So let's keep hatching, transforming, and growing together. Let's keep making 2026 our year. And for the life coach, baby, always spreading that peace and love. Twice on Sunday. Go out, attract the life of your dreams, but you got to know who you are, good people. Y'all already know what to do. Dare to be you, baby. Join me tomorrow at 9 a.m. Have a great Friday.